Hey guys, how are we doing? Happy Monday. Come on in here. Happy Monday. Let me check my volume to make sure cuz the past few weeks I have not been able to see my live video inside of the Facebook group. So we want to make sure that you guys can see it and want to make sure you guys can hear me. As you come in, tell us who you are, tell us what you do. It's Monday. And you know what that means? You know what that means? It's Monday and I'm excited on Mondays. And as I can tell, I'm still trying to find, I don't know what's going on with that. Give me a one in the chat if you can hear me because we've been trying to find, I've really reported to StreamYard to let them know that we're having a hard time finding the live videos. And they were saying it's a Facebook thing. So give me a one in the chat if you can hear me so I can make sure that I find it. If you're new to our space, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's your girl, Sherri Summer Bell. I specialize in helping you hit your first six-figure months without sacrificing your family time by teaching you how to build your credibility in your cash flow. So give me a one in the chat just to make sure that you can hear me. I got a one. Let me see. Tonight we're going to be talking about discover how to redefine prosperity according to your standard. Discover how to redefine prosperity according to your standards. And it's y'all, it's December. We're in December. Like I just can't believe that right now. Like we're literally in December. Like I'm like, where did the year go? Like, where did it go? Where did the year go? We are literally in December, and because we're in December and we're in the final month of the year, I mean, the final month of the year, time just flew by. I mean, time wait for no man, right? Time wait for no man. And this is kind of like what I'm touching on today because time waits for no man. And knowing that and believing that and understanding that, that's why people say time is not money because time wait for no man. You can get money back, you can't get time back. So this is why it's so important that we value our time and what the things we say yes to and what the things we say no to, because time is valuable. It waits for no man. I'm looking at time like, oh my gosh, we're in December. It's almost Christmas, y'all. It is almost Christmas. I'm like, how did that happen? All right. So something we do inside of our group, what we like to do, I have a paid Facebook group, and inside of that group, finally, thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Alicia. Finally found it. It took me forever, but I found it. Something we do inside of our Facebook group, we like to celebrate our wins. We like inside of our Facebook group, I have a coaching program, and inside a coaching program, we like to celebrate wins. So as the year has went by, right? Because we believe that small wins lead to big wins, right? If you say, "Oh my God, I finally got a house," where there was somebody had to come in and build a foundation, put the plumbing in, put the roof in, small, minute things that lead to big things. So therefore, if is the case, what I want to do tonight, I want to praise you. I want to celebrate you. So what I want you to do is I want you to just take a few seconds, look back at 2023 and put some wins in the chat that you can recall so far. It's time to celebrate you. It's time to you've been working hard, you've been toiling at this work, you haven't gave up no matter what adversity that you are faced with. You stand tall. They're saying that 10 toes down now. I want you to celebrate yourself right now. So go ahead in the chat right now. Tell us one win. Hey, Nikki, how you doing? In the chat right now, tell us one particular win or two, if you have it, that you can that we can celebrate about something amazing that has happened to you, that has transformed your life. Put it in the chat. We want to be able to celebrate you. You have been working. Oh, this is December, y'all. The year is almost over. And I know you have something to be proud of. You have something to celebrate. So inside of the chat right now, it's about you and your time right now, this second, because you took the opportunity to come in here and spend time with me. So I want to give back by celebrating you. So inside of the chat, tell us one or two things that happened to you. A big win, small win, doesn't matter. It's a win. Put a win inside of the chat of tell us something that amazing that has happened in 2023. Because we want to be able to give you, to show you the love. Because if I ask you what's going on bad or what's not working, oh my goodness, you can tell me, baby. But if I ask you to celebrate yourself, tell us something amazing that has transformed your life in 2023, that has changed about you in 2023, something that happened that you didn't expect to happen. We want to celebrate you because we know the small wins, small steps lead to bigger steps, right? How do we build a house? Brick by brick. So I have Alyssa Bell. Hey, Alyssa, you got my last name, Bell, which is my married name. Alyssa said she moved to Montana and got my insurance license in the process. Go ahead, y'all. Give it up for Alyssa. She went ahead and not only moved to Montana, but got her insurance license in the process. Woo, woo. Yes, Nikki. We're celebrating her today because I know it wasn't easy. I know this wasn't easy to do. So we want to show you some love, Alyssa, in the chat. Who else did something amazing in 2023? Because here's why I want you to do that. If you're finding it hard to think about something that you've done in 2023, if you're finding it hard because we're so busy looking at where we want to go versus where we currently are. So we want to celebrate some people today. I co-worked my first book and got licensed in health and in life insurance. Go ahead and put your name in here so we can. Oh, hey Queen, how you doing? Oh my goodness, Miss Maddox is in the house. Oh, and by the way, yes, I remember you said that you were going to do this at my conference. We're at Unleash Your Inner CEO, and I want to celebrate her, y'all, because I watched her came from the conference being this introvert, this quiet introvert, to co-writing her book and getting her license. So it's a big deal. So we're going to celebrate her as well. Y'all, if you're just joining us, we are discovering how to redefine prosperity according to our terms. And we realize we are in 2023 and it's 1 month left in the year. And we want to celebrate you guys who's been doing amazing. I don't care how small you think the win is, it's a big deal to somebody else. So go ahead in the chat right now. We want to celebrate you. Celebrate some wins, some amazing things that you have been doing in 2023 because it's only up from here. It's only up from here. We realize that in 2023, time is not money, right? Because we cannot get time back. We can get money back. So we want to celebrate no matter how small the win you think it is. It's a big deal to somebody else. I just got, oh God, I didn't bring it in here. I just got featured in a magazine and I was looking in the magazine. It took me a while to get the magazine, okay? It took me a while for them to send it to me. So everyone keeps sending me a message saying, hey, I saw you in this magazine. It would be nice, guy. I don't know what magazine you're up in, but that's a big deal. Why? Because back in 2016, when I started doing this financial coaching stuff, I didn't know where I was going to end up. I didn't know that I would be speaking on 29 stages. I didn't know that I would be people flying around to hear me speak. I didn't know that. So, but guess what? Because I kept celebrating all the wins, all the small wins to get to where I want to be. So I want to do the same thing with you. I want to celebrate you as well. We have Monique in the house. Monique got her life insurance license. Come through, Monique. Give her some love in the chat, y'all. Let me tell you something. I said this at my conference. I'm going to say it again. Applaud others while waiting your turn. If you have a challenge in applauding other people for their success, guess what you're doing? You're repelling your own success. So go ahead in the chat right now. Show Monique some love and celebrate her for getting her life insurance license. We know anyone who took the test know it ain't easy. Them tests ain't easy, baby. But we want to celebrate you, Monique, for your hard work. And you got your license in 2023. That is something to be proud of. People are writing co-writing books. People are moving to Montana. People are getting their life and health insurance. Oh my goodness, there's so much stuff that's going on. I have this motto: applaud others while waiting your turn. I say that all the time. If you ever seen me or had an opportunity to see me on stage, you heard me say that all the time. Why? Because the more when you applaud others and strangers and people you don't know, what you do, you have this energy and you're disrupting the atmosphere. And when you disrupt the atmosphere, you open up windows of blessing for yourself. Because if it's so easy for you to celebrate others, it's easy for you yourself to be blessed. So, Monique, we just want to celebrate you again. We just want to celebrate all the wins because we are so busy hard on ourselves sometimes. Like, oh, I need to get further. I need to be further ahead. I haven't hit my 6 figures yet. I haven't hit my 7 figures yet. I'm so busy. I don't know what I'm doing. But we want to celebrate you. We have another win. I love y'all. These wins are coming in. Katina, I met this beautiful queen. Let me tell you what she put in here. She said, add my health license to my life insurance, travel to the US, my husband. I have 4 agents now. I'm pregnant with my first child, traveling 12 cities to attend conferences to get coaching, training, and mentoring and to build our business. I had the great opportunity to meet her this weekend and her amazing husband. I just want to celebrate you and thank you for spending time with Cody and I flew to Springfield, Missouri to speak at his 8% virtual conference. Even that sometimes blow my mind. And I had an opportunity to meet her and her amazing husband. So shout out to you that's celebrating you 12 cities to attend conferences. What does that mean? That means she's is taking the time. She's taking the time, investing in herself to bring back a personal development. Let me tell you something. That is one investment. When you invest in yourself, it does not go null and void. It does not. When you invest in yourself, that is one gift that keep on giving. You can buy a car, and once you buy the car, the depreciation, the value go down. All of this stuff, it goes down. But one thing does not depreciate is the investment in yourself. Because the more you invest in yourself, the more valuable you become. Y'all, if you're just joining us, we are talking about celebration today. We are talking about it's the last month of the year, and we want to take the time to celebrate who? You. We want you to discover how to redefine prosperity according to your standards. So if you have an amazing win that took place in your life, if you have an amazing win that you want us to celebrate, go ahead and drop it in the chat. Listen, don't hold back. My mommy said, closed mouth don't get fed. You are worthy of celebration, and we are in this group. Let us know one amazing thing that took place in 2023 that you want us to celebrate for you, because it's big to us. In your mind, in your subconscious mind, is saying, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to do that. That's nothing to celebrate. Baby, you're wrong. And that's why you're in it. Because God is saying, if you're not talking about the stuff that I'm doing in your life, why do I need to give you more? If you're keeping your mouth closed about your abundance and your prosperity that I'm giving to you, other people need to see your life and know that I bless you. So they're going to be like, okay, who blessed you? Because I want that blessing as well. Right? So don't be quiet on God's blessing. Do not be quiet on God's blessing. She said, thank you for the gem, Sherri. All right, we have another celebration. Is it Tara Spencer? Tara said, got married. Congratulations, queen. Okay. I'm wrapping up my newlywed year too. Wrote my first three policies after receiving my license, having a baby after years of trying. Okay, won't he do it? Let the church say amen. Please give this queen, Miss Spencer, a wonderful celebration. Show her some love in the chat. She got married, wrote her first policy. Okay, now wins after wins. Tell me, listen, this is a community that we celebrate you doing amazing things. We celebrate what you're doing. Because let me tell you something. I know how it is when you're being blessed. I used to be afraid to talk about my blessing because I had felt like I had to dim my light because I didn't want anyone to be intimidated by my blessings. I used to walk in that shadow of don't let the spotlight be on me, so I would shrink so other people can feel comfortable. And I did that for years. Even when I was in law enforcement, I did that for years. And I realized that if I'm going to shrink to make somebody feel comfortable, that means I'm shrinking for God. And I don't want that. because he blessed me for a reason, right? Your lifestyle, should be a testimony of somebody else's life. Because trust me, you may not, I have a friend of mine, she was saying, Sherri, I can't wait till I hit my $1 million. But she's already past the six figures. And I said, girl, do you know there are people out there waiting and say, I can't wait till I hit my six figures? Trust me. So no matter where you are on the spectrum, there are people wishing that they were where you were. Trust me when I say that. We are celebrating wins today. So don't be afraid to put your wins of what's been happening to you in 2023. This is a safe space to be able to celebrate your win, because I didn't have that when I was chasing, when I was, literally hustling and chasing, trying to figure this thing up, what we call entrepreneurship. So I wanted to create that space for you. So if something amazing happened to you in 2023, you got married or you wrote a policy, it don't have to be business. You bought a new car, you bought a new house, you found the love of your life, whatever it looks like for you. We want to celebrate you because we want to discover how to redefine prosperity according to your standards. Your standards. Oh, come through. She said, I'm celebrating everyone. Yes. Yeah, she said, been there, done that. Let your light shine. Yeah, trust me. Never will I shrink to make somebody else comfortable. Never, never, never at all. That's not what we're called to do. We're called to be God's disciple. Never will I shrink to make somebody else comfortable. That means that person need to step up. We don't need to go down to them. We talk about this. The TD Jakes talks about, I'm gonna save it. I ain't gonna go there. We'll wait on the challenge. We're gonna wait on the challenge. I was gonna get in something with TD Jakes, but I'm gonna wait till we go to the challenge. Make sure you sign up for our 4-day challenge. SherriSummersChallenge.com is going through the store right now if you haven't already signed up. It's on Monday. We're 7 days away from the challenge. And we'll talk about TD Jakes in the challenge. The more celebration. Let's go. Dolores said, I'm celebrating being here, learning social media marketing. I'm a global speaker and I get to go global as myself. Y'all, let me just give it up for this queen. She's one of my clients, and I always have to celebrate her because she went on a 90-day challenge of showing up on social media, going live, also hosting an event. And many of the times when I hear people make excuses, like we have a challenge and people say, oh, Sherri, I can't make it that time. I can't do this. I can't do that. Here's a woman that does not make excuses. She show up. I looked and she signed up for the challenge, ready to go. And she's my client. So why is she still showing up? Always investing in herself, always pouring into herself. So I want to really celebrate Dolores because your hard work does not go unnoticed. And I'm watching. And people ask me about my clients all the time, and she's one of the ones people are always asking me about. So we want to celebrate you, Dolores. You're amazing. I'm so proud of you. I want to celebrate you today. She said, we are beautiful, wonderfully made. Yes, we are. Can't wait for the challenge. Yes, I can't wait, Nikki. Let's go. Yes, let's go. What we're doing, y'all, we're disrupting what prosperity look like, because some of y'all want to wait until you hit the six figures or hit the $1 million. Baby, you don't wait. You celebrate like it's already in your hands now. So when you get into the atmosphere, it just becomes natural. I remember when I hit my first six-figure year, I didn't even know that I was in six-figure, right? But why was I celebrating? I was celebrating because I got health, I got strength, my bills are paid, and I had a renewed mind. That's the most important thing. I have a renewed mind. The things I knew back then, I know more now. I make better decisions now. That's something to celebrate. It don't have to be a physical thing. It don't have to be money, but you have so much to be grateful for. You have so much to be grateful for. Dr. Catherine Latoya Grant Austin. Oh, my clients are in the house. I love y'all. I love it. Celebrating 40 years of life and successful brunch. Let me tell you, Catherine decided to host her first in-person brunch. And it was like less than 30 days and she got it together. There's so many people would say, I don't have enough time. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I have the finance to do it. But she executed. She planted in her mind an idea and she executed that idea and see it all the way to fruition. And that is something that is worth celebrating. Plus, she turned 40. And I'm telling you, I told people all the time, 40 is the best years. Prior to 40, you're just doing research. I love it, y'all. If you're just coming in and you're like, what is going on inside of this group, we're over here celebrating our wins from 2023 till now, all the way in 2023. We're celebrating our wins. It's one more month to go, one more month left in this year. And we are so grateful and we are so thankful. We have so much to thank God for. And this is our time to just take a second to say, oh, look what God has done. It's been a minute since we celebrate. Because if I ask you all the drama that happened this year, listen, there's no way you could have survived. Had you not, you'd have probably lost your mind. There's so much you can find that say, okay, this didn't work out and that didn't work out. But baby, we're not focused on what didn't work out, because whatever didn't work out, as long as we have breath in our body, we can do it again. We can correct it. We get a second chance. Thank God for a God of a second chance. I love it. Y'all, I'm getting hyped for the challenge, y'all. I'm getting ready for the challenge. So I love it. Let's go ahead one more time. Celebrate anyone we have not celebrated yet. If you're just joining us, we're putting all our wins in the chat, some great wins that have happened in 2023. We're ambitious women in sales and finance, and we want to step in our power. We want to understand our power. There's a power that women have that I don't think we use enough. I don't think we use enough. There's some power. Let me tell you something. If you read your Bible, if you study your history, there are lands and war and issues of men fighting over. They're like, oh, they're fighting over land. You know how the land started? Because of women. Because of women. Women have so much power that we're not even leveraging the amazing power that we have. I remember, y'all, when I was in law enforcement, I was working in corrections, and I would be called in. And you know what my purpose of my job was? My purpose in law enforcement, my job was, there will be an officer and there will be an inmate, and they will be arguing, and they will be arguing at each other. And I would come in the middle and I would step in between the officer, in between the inmate, and I will have a conversation with the two male, because they're so masculine and they were so going at it. And the feminine woman, as I am, would step in and I would have a conversation with both of them, so it don't go up to higher issues. The reason why, so it doesn't escalate. And guess what? I can tell you, in my 10 years in law enforcement, it never escalated when a woman stepped in. That's how much power we have, but we're not using it. That's how much power when using our feminine voice, our energy, to step into an argument and let them see another side. And even with the inmate, and I remember at the time, my family was like, you need to stop doing that. You can't get in between people because the fight may break out and all this stuff. But one thing that I know, that if I step in, not masculine, not raising my voice, but as the woman that God called me to be, in my own authentic self, that they would listen to me. And every time they would listen to me, that's when I know women are powerful, that you can calm a man down without raising your voice. That's when I know how powerful we are. Now, I hear people around here talking about soft girl era, soft girl era. Now, let me tell you, I love soft girl era, but there's nothing soft. And I heard someone said this. I really want to reiterate, and it was Ashley Kirkwood. Shout out to Ashley. I want to give her credit when credit is due. And Martin Luther King didn't have a soft girl era. Oprah didn't have a soft girl era. The people we admire, Beyonce, didn't have a soft girl era. People who are making moves in the world don't have soft girl era. We have impact era. And I truly believe that in 2024, it's all about making an impact. And if you're trying to make an impact where you're helping other people, there's nothing soft about that. But you have the ability to disrupt atmosphere by just speaking. You have the ability to disrupt atmosphere by having a conversation. So if you are looking for soft girl era, that means you're serving yourself and nobody else, have about it. But for me, 2024 is all about my impact era. because no one that I admire as leaders ever were soft. No one that I admire as leaders, whether it's Oprah, Steve Harvey, Beyonce, all these people that are impacting life and giving back to their community, none of them had a soft time. We're in a time that more than ever before that it's time to make a bigger impact. And yes, a bigger impact means getting up a little bit early this year, next year. Yes, it may means investing in ourselves. Yes, it may means going live a little bit more. Yes, it may means doing a little bit extra than we did in 2023, because if we have all these amazing wins that you just told me about, just imagine if you just 10x that. Not even 10x, 2x that. Just imagine if whatever you did to get all of the wins that you just listed inside of this chat, just imagine if you just 2x. That's all I'm asking for. Can I get 2x? Put 2x in the chat. I'm never asking for 10x. If you just 2x whatever you're doing right now, that means if you're calling 5 people, you're calling 10. If you're calling 20 people, you're calling 40. Understand what I'm saying, because I'm all about being strategic when you're doing something. I hear people say all the time, Sherri, the whole day will go by and I did not even connect with one person. You cannot be impactful without a connection. Thank you, Tara. She said 2x. You cannot be impactful without a connection. So as we step into 2024, I want to position you to focus with a business model that is in alignment to what you want. See, what I want you to understand is that I love all the possibility of next year. Who's waiting for next year? Who's ready for 2024? Put me in the chat if you're ready for 2024. Put me in the chat if you're ready for 2024. I got to clear off all this stuff off my screen. Put me in the chat if you're ready, if you're really ready for 2024. Put it me in the chat. And if you're not ready, you're like, girl, child, please. I'm trying to get through 2023. I hear you. I feel you. I feel you. I love all the I see all the memes. I love it. I see all the memes. I love the possibility of a new year that it can bring. But truth is, nothing will change unless you do. And most of us has been conditioned to chase goals that sound good on the outside, but doesn't resonate with our soul on the inside. Whew! Come through. It sounds good on the outside, but it doesn't resonate with our goal on the inside. There are times I would celebrate somebody and they'll say, and I say, oh, I'm celebrate. I'm not doing that. Right. I was talking with Brian Akins, that's Cody's Akins' dad. And he was talking about how, when he used to build relationship and referrals to get sales and certain things that they had to do back before digital marketing, back before, the outdated back then, what they had to do. Right. They had to do when they had the yellow pages, that they had to look up yellow page. You know what I'm talking about. And, so, and I was saying to the ladies, I was saying the reason it's not that we are broken. It's not that something is wrong with us. It's just the model that we're now given. If we want to be successful in sales, we can be. That's the first identity I want you to have for yourself. You can be. I am a successful woman. Put that in the chat. I am. Because anything you say after I am, thank you, Apple. They'll give me a thumbs up. Anything that comes after I am tells me what programming you are working with. Whenever I meet someone for the first time, I can listen to the words that come out of their mouth, and I know what programming they're operating at. Are they operating from a broke program mindset? are they operating for an abundant mindset? Because any words that come out, I am broke, I am sad, I am unhappy. And I will have the ones that everything is happening to everybody else but me, right? So once you meet someone and once come after I am, you know whether or not how long you want to spend time talking with them. Yes, yes, put a yes in the chat. Because the words of I am, I'm so dumb. I don't know why I did that. All of that. I'm sure we've some way, somehow have said that because words is so powerful. We are putting an identity. We're putting an identity on ourselves. Once we said I am, we're putting in an identity in ourselves. Shout out to Vanessa. Vanessa signed up for a Sherri Summers challenge for our virtual challenge on Monday. Shout out to Vanessa. She signed up. Shout out to Monique. Monique is signed up. We're going to celebrate. Now, I know what y'all waiting on if you haven't signed up yet. Shout out to you guys for saying yes to yourself and signing up for our final 4-day challenge. Shout out to you. So whenever we say I am, we're putting an identity behind that. So let me share this with you really fast. Thank you. I love when Apple give me the thumbs up. Tell me I'm talking good. Let me break this down to you in a similar time. And I wrote this down too because I wanted to make sure that you want. Write this down if you haven't already. Write this down. Looks like you're in class already. You're like, Sherri, I didn't come here to work. The reason people don't, many times the reason why we'll see people like, why are they not moving? Well, like one of my team was working with someone and the team told me, send me a message, and they said, Sherri, this person want to do your challenge, but she's so busy and she can't get it done. And I'm like, well, did you explain to the person that the purpose of the challenge is to teach you how to structure your business and what strategy to use, one strategy to use, so you're operating in alignment and take away the business? That's the purpose of finding a strategy. So wouldn't it make sense to make time for something that's gonna transform your business, right? So it's one of those things. So there and so you'll see certain things and you're like, well, why haven't the person, like someone will text me and said, hey, I need your help in this. And I'll say, well, have you signed up for the 5 challenges that we've had all year? No, well, I can't help you. Like, you're asking me for questions that's on the challenges that we've had that you need to make time for. And that just tells me that the reason you're having issues is because you don't trust yourself. You're not signed up because you don't trust yourself. And there are 4 reasons why I believe people don't trust themselves. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be, write this down. Because in order for you to do anything, in order for you to follow a strategy, in order for you to follow a principle, in order for you to follow a tactics. So even if I say, hey, I'm going to show you how to make $1 million. And in order for you to even do it, if your identity is I am slow, I am not tech savvy, I don't have a big list, I don't have followers, all of the excuses of the I am, and there's a negative connotation after that, there's nothing I can say to assess you, because you got to change your identity of how you see yourself. And the reason people don't trust themselves are usually one of these 4. Write this down. And if somebody can put in the chat, I appreciate it. Number 1, they're not clear. They're not clear. They're not know exactly what principle and strategy and tactics, that you have to follow. They're not clear. They're not clear because they're not focused, but they're not clear. They're not clear what to do. That's number 1. They're not clear what to do. So even if opportunities present them to tell them what to do, they don't trust themselves. So they're not clear. That's number 1. They're not confident. Because they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in, and if you don't believe in yourself, that tells me that you don't believe in who you are or whose you are. So you're not clear and you're not confident because you don't believe in yourself. And to me, that's sinning, because if you don't believe in you don't have to know everything to move, but you can have confidence in who you believe in to move. Whenever my clients sign with me, or coach with me, and I support them along the way, because I can't want money for them more than they want it for themselves. But what happened is I take on their fate for them until they're ready to carry it on their own. So number two, confidence. When you lack confidence in something, you stop walking, you started becoming selfish. You start thinking it's about you, when in reality, your gift is for others, not about you. That's number two. Number three, one of my favorite. So because you're not clear in your mind about whose you are, because you're not clear there, there's no habit that is built up. Because once you're confident, now what happened is you're confident to do the thing necessary to get done. So as you're doing, because it's in the doing, we get confident. Somebody missed that. Well, how do we go live? It's in the doing, we get confident. Well, how do I create a lead magnet that go to my CRM so I can generate leads? It's in the doing, we get confident. Well, how do I create a signature conversation that I'll have a dial-in message that my idea, my premium client is going to say yes to me? Is in the doing, we get confident. How do I create a presentation or a speech that will move my audience when no matter what I'm doing, to get them to say yes to my offer, to my products, to my services? Is in the doing. No one can answer that question for you until you start doing, because clarity comes with doing. Because when you start doing it, you become consistent. You develop success habits that will serve you, and it becomes who you truly are at your core. You want to be a speaker? Start speaking. You want to be a professional sales? Start pitching. You want to be a basketball player? Start playing basketball. You want to be a soccer player? Start playing soccer. It's in the doing. It reveals your true essence of who you are. So whatever question that you think is stopping you and you don't have to answer it, you're not doing it. It's not getting clear because you're not doing it. I have a client, amazing client. In my first year, she just kind of like, I'm not sure. These other coaching clients are older than me. I don't think this is for me. Da 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 da. That's a whole year. Then the next year, it was 1,000 this week, 1,000 next week, 1,000. We're like, what in the world? And one week she was up to 10 grand. And we're like, what? Like, what happened? She had to develop clarity and confidence, her identity, that she can do it. And when she started to develop that clarity and confidence this year, because she stayed in the second year, this year, she's making money on automated. She just automates. She woke up on her birthday and money's coming in her account from an automation. Now she's doing automation. The same client that told me 2 years ago that she's not tech savvy. And then waking up to 8 or 9 sales from her email, from the funnel and automation she created. Make it make sense. So it's not that you don't know, you just haven't developed the consistency, the habit of that consistency, because it's in your belief system. And whatever you plant in your belief system, you start showing up, or that your belief system move to your thoughts. Your thoughts now becomes your action. You take action based on your habits. So your habits, you have not formed that consistency form of habit. Very good. And number 4, this is so good. This one is so good. If you're learning anything today, give me a high five in the chat. High five in the chat. It's an identity. Excuse me. It's an identity shift. Correct. Yes. Listen, you don't get paid for what you do. You get paid for what you know. You don't get paid for what you do. You get paid for what you know. What you know. That's what we call your value. What you know. And the only way for you to to know is to put yourself in spaces that give you more value, give you more tools in the toolkit. Because people are paying you for what you know. People are paying you for what you know, not what you do. I know how to do a sales funnel. I know how to create ads. I know how to speak on stage, but that's not what I do. I know more than what I do. I know how to do all, I can run this whole thing, but I also have staff that I pay. Why am I paying them? Because that's not my area of expertise. I'm out of alignment trying to do the things that Jasmine, which is my success coordinator, that I'm out of alignment trying to do the thing. Angel, my online manager, I'm out of alignment trying to do the things that Alex, my ads coordinator, I'm out of alignment trying to do the things that they do. My CPA, I'm out of alignment trying to do the things my graphic designer do. Now, let's be clear. In the beginning, I would team myself. I would team by myself, right? Me by me, me by me. But it wouldn't get done at the quality of how they get it done because I was out of alignment. So number 4, the reason people don't trust themselves are one of these 4 things. Number 4, character. You have to be a person of your word. You have to your reputation perceive you. Do what you say you're going to do. If I say I'm going live on Mondays, and if I tell you I was going live on Monday and then I don't show up on Monday, you wouldn't trust me anymore. You wouldn't trust me anymore. Monday come and I'm not showing up. Now, next week, Monday, I won't be here because I will be live inside of our challenge. So, of course, I won't be here on Monday. So, if you want to see me Monday, you have to sign up for the challenge. But the idea is character. You have to be a person of your words. So, the reason people don't trust themselves are one of these 4. They're not clear on what they say they want. Number 3 was consistency. Saran. Number 3 was consistency. So you're not clear. People will say to you, they'll say, oh, I want, and I leave with this. I want to make my first 6 figures in 2024. So then you say, okay, that's your goal. Your goal is to make your first 6 figures, right? Making 6 figures, what would that do for you and your family? Put that in the chat for me right now. What would making an extra, if you already made 6 figures, what would an extra 6 figures do for you and your family? Put that in the chat right now. And they will say, I want to make my first 6 figures. So the first thing you need to do, okay, if that's what you believe, that's what you believe. So I am going to make 6 figures, right? So now you got to wear the identity of a person that wants to make 6 figures. Because I want to make as much money as I can make. Let's be clear. Money is good in my hands. I employ people. I give back to the economy. I give back to my team. I give back to my clients. I give back to my community. I give back to my philanthropy. I give back to my nonprofit. So I want to make as much. I am unapologetic about making money, because when I make money, everybody gets money, right? When the oils fall from my head that God has given me, that oil falls down, everybody get a touch of my oil. So it behooves me to want to make as much money as I can make, because everybody around me blessed. You are too many people attached to your anointing for you not to be birthing your anointing. So for the people in the back who says, I only want to make 10K. Oh, I only want to make 5K. Okay, we ain't talking to you. We talking about the people who really want to make some money, because we know when you make that money, you're going to be giving to your mama them, your cousin them, your family. You're going to be giving to everybody. I walk in a coach store with my husband yesterday. I said, I don't know what my mom wants. Mom said she want a coach. Pick anything for her. Pick anything for her. And she asked for Coach. I'm thinking the girl gonna ask for Fendi and Gucci. She wanted a Coach person. I love Coach leather because they have a very good leather. But the idea to walk in and say, girl, get whatever you want in the store, right? Because you deserve it, mom. You deserve it. So I am unapologetic about money coming in this hands because I know that it goes out with no excuses. So put in the chat right now, if you're making an extra six figure in 2024 extra, what would that look like for you and your family? So that's number one. You have the belief system that this is what you want to do. Vanessa says she want to retire her mom. My that gift for me, Vanessa, is coming next year in 2024. It's coming next year for my mom in 2024, retiring her in 2024. And we're so super close to that. That's the gift for her and for my mom. So if I can do it, Vanessa, you can do it too. So that's number one. What would you do with your six figure? Now that you have the belief system, you say, okay, now I need to work on how to get it. Now, okay, great. You already told me what you want to make and why you want to make it, right? And you stand on that belief. So you now say to yourself, identify yourself as a six-figure earner. So what is a six-figure earner? If y'all saw my post today, I said successful people are not busy. They're efficient. They're not busy. They're efficient. Broke people are busy. I literally said that in the post today. So now that you know that, how do I become efficient? How do I work on a strategy that will get me the results of my six figure? What does that mean? Now, are you committed? Now, you can say, because people say all the time, are you committed? There's something about commitment. There's something about commitment. Are you committed? And let me tell you what committed, I'm going to break down what committed is, and then we're going to close out. Are you committed? Making it undeniably clear that you are committed, enabling and empowering you to do whatever necessary to access the life that you desire. You are committed in doing everything I need to do in order to access the things I desire. If you're not committed in doing if you're not committed in your own selves, you can't convince someone else to be committed. Let me say that again. If you're not committed, how can you convince somebody else to be as committed as you are? So when you do your self-reflection and say, I want to make six figures, then you act back and say, what system were you following consistently to make that six figure? And then what was your habits that you were working on? What was the model that you were following? See, what happened is when we don't trust ourselves, we get off track. But in this coming year, starting now, because we don't go into 2024 commit. We don't go to 2024 and say, I'm going to wait till I get into 2024 to be committed. We got to be committed now. So when we walk in 2024, we're naturally committed. I am committed. I show up here every Monday, unless it's a holiday or something like that. Show up every Monday here freely, giving you value. That's commitment. That's commitment. So when you say you want to make that, how committed are you? What have you invested in? Because your six-figure self or your seven-figure self in some of you cases, she's committed. She's in rooms with other people that make what she wants to make. I cannot stress that enough. Right before I got on the virtual event in Springfield, I had 4 people reach out to me. 4. And all 4 of those people, some of them was in sales and some of them was but all of them was entrepreneurs. But what was unique about all of them in my circle, they have already hit their 7-figure goal. So I said to myself, like, man, I am surrounded by people who understand this analogy that I'm telling you. So if you're saying, hey, I want to hit my 6-figure, and we said, hey, you need to get a CRM so you can attract people and get them on your email list, and you're looking like, I can't afford the CRM. Well, there's no commitment. Can we go back to what we just said? There's no commitment. Your six-figure self has a CRM. And if you're wondering what a CRM is, it's customer relationship managers, what that houses your email management system and your sales funnel and all that stuff. If someone says, hey, I have an opportunity that can help you and assist you, and you're like, no, I don't have time, you're not committed. You're not committed. You're not committed. And because you're not committed, your six-figure self always make decision from the financial goal. I just met with my ads person, and I'm like, and she said to me, hey, we're gonna have to run ads. We're gonna have to run ads. What you pay in 1 week, you're gonna have to pay it over in 2 days. And I'm like, oh God. Like, oh God. And I say, my $4 million self, what would you say to that? And the $4 million self says, do it. Do it. And I say, you know what? I got a thumbs up again. And I said, if $4 million is my goal of what I'm trying to make, that's my goal. Speak, write the vision, make it plain. I am gonna be committed. Okay. So I'm not gonna be like, okay, I'm like, I did. I was like, whew, okay, just go ahead and run the ads. So what we were paying in a whole week or months leading up to here in ads, because like I said, I just ran ads. I made my whole first six figure without any ads at all, almost seven figure with no ad spend. Now I have to do ads, right? So when she said to me, hey, we're just gonna have to go hard, and for 2 days what you normally spend on ads, for the whole month what you spend on ads, we have to do it in 3 days. Now I could have easily said, no, I don't have the finance to do it. I could have easily said that. But I am going to jump. I am not going to allow fear to get in my way. Do I know if it's going to win or not? No. But I'm not speaking for me now. I'm speaking for my $4 million self. I'm speaking for my $4 million self. So whatever I got to do to make it happen, for her to run the ads that she need to run, I didn't say, girl, I don't think I can swing that. I was like, oh, somebody might not be getting a present this year. So somebody might not be able to get a present this year. But I cannot be up here because of character number 4, character, telling you that you need to walk in your 6-figure self or your 7-figure self, and I'm not doing the same thing. And because when you say you want something, you're going to be tested. So when I made a commitment to say I want to hit $4 million and I have a goal of when I want to make it, when I said that to myself, the first thing is, hey, we have meetings on Monday and Wednesday with my team. And that meeting went exactly like that. Like, I'm like, oh crap. So when you get off and you put that in there, Nikki, when you drop that in there and you say to yourself, you create the identity that I'm a 6-figure earner and I'm gonna show up like that. And what does that mean? You're gonna have people saying, hey, you're gonna need this, you're gonna need a CRM, you're gonna need a lead magnet, you're gonna need to be able to send emails out. You need to invest in a coach. You don't question it because we don't do freebie. Like the people you're trying to reach, they don't do free. So if you want more high-level client, become a high-level client. And you see your wins expand. And I'm going to end there. But when I said, I'm stepping in, I said, okay, I'm go ahead and do it. I was like, go ahead and do it. Do I know what's going to happen? No, I don't care about that. I don't care. I don't control the outcome. But if I said I'm going to commit to having $4 million, if I'm going to commit to tripling and doubling my goal, my 7-figure goal, I can't do it being scared. And on top of that, especially if other people who have done it and have won, and let's say worst case scenario, it doesn't go well. The ads don't work. Let's say that. Guess what I'm going to do? Shake it off, shake, shake, shake it off, and do it again. I go through the same problem year in and day out that you go to. I just bounce back faster. So your six-figure self for 2024 have to figure out how to bounce back faster after a mistake, after a situation that didn't go as well. Your six, seven-figure self have to learn how to get up and start again and start again. Oh, that didn't work and start. I remember when I first did my challenge, I'm like, okay, this is not working. But guess what? We're now what, 10, 20 challenges in. This is a 4,000 people community that was built on doing challenges. I've been using the same strategy from day one. Why? Because I don't have time to talk with one person individually. I'm a mom, I'm a wife. So I got to figure out how to virtually sell. Virtually. If you don't have the challenge to get the details, I don't know. So go ahead, click the link. This link is passing by right here. Make sure you click the link to figure out how to do it. So make every decision, and I'm going to end here, from your from your 6-figure self. I want to awaken, I want to help you awake your deepest desire. I want you to unleash your inner CEO and then build a business model and goal setting system that will help you get to whatever financial goal you say you want. I want that for you. I want to wake that within you. So every time you go to make a decision, because here's what that looked like. Your 6 and 7-figure self. Our ladies are heading. We have meetups. So we don't just stay on Zoom. We have meetups. So we have meetups where we're collaborating, because you got to get in the energy of people who have already making what you want to make. So when you get in that energy, you're going, the relationship is built and it just moves differently. So I challenge you today, to write the vision of what the amount you want to make. I'm not saying that you're going to make it in 2024. I'm not going to lie to you that way. But you should be able to double, maybe even triple your revenue if you operate from the financial amount that you say you want to make. I cannot say that I want to make $4 million. And then when my team call me and say, hey, we need to double our ads, and I say, no, that's not in alignment with the goal. I'm going to be out of alignment. So if it sounds well and it makes sense, yes, I have to do what it is. Is it scary? Yes. Yes. But that's what makes it so unique, because not everybody's doing it. Not everybody can do it. Right? Go places where not everybody going to go. Do things where not everybody going to do. All right. So if you haven't already, sign up for the challenge and you're interested in attending, just put freedom in the chat and we'll make sure that you get the link to sign up. It starts on Monday. We are 7 days away. I will not, and I repeat, I will not be here on Monday. I'm going over to the challenge. So if you want to see me next Monday and get this amazing training and get this amazing feedback, you need to sign up for the challenge. There will be no Monday Night Live next week because we will be on the challenge. Don't miss out. Like, where you at, Sherri? Well, we paid people are over on the other side. We ain't doing on freebie, right? Why? Because we're stepping in to our higher self. We're stepping in our first class self. That's what we're stepping in. I was on the plane heading home. I was on American Airlines, and I sat down, and I haven't flown American Airlines in a long time, and I was like, oh, I said, these seats don't look, they look the same to me. With the lady next to me having a conversation. I said, hey, the seats look the same to me like everybody else. Well, how is these seats different? And she was like, no, baby, look back that way. And then the seats was like cringing up. And I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. She was like, no, she said, your seat have a plug to charge your phone and it reclines back and all this stuff. So I didn't notice what anybody else was doing because my identity has always been this seat I'm supposed to sit in. So I was not even thinking that everybody else's seat wasn't the same, because I'm like, I wasn't even thinking that. Because that's when you start walking in your alignment naturally, that you're not focused on what anybody else is doing. You're just focused on, hey, this is what I need. This is a space I'm supposed to be in at all times. All right. That's all I got for y'all tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in. Grab the link, Sherri Summers Challenges with an S.com. And if you haven't grabbed the link yet, just put freedom inside of the chat and we'll make sure you get the link. It's your girl, Sherri Summer Bell. Have a good night.